Hey everybody, sorry about the few seconds there where I'm late. Apparently my mouse wanted to click on an ad instead of click on go live for StreamYard. So yay. Hey everybody, I'm writer Sam Wicker. Welcome to my channel. I am a writer of fantasy and romance, and I like to smush the two together. I guess you can call it romantasy if you want. But we are here today because I am going to reveal a cover for I'm No Hero, which is the first book that I wrote to completion. And you all here on my channel have been able to see that. See my progress and all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey. It's going to be something else. I think. I hope. Hello, Eva. How are you? Rach spreading the word and hugging the like button. Thank you. Rach summon K. Well, thank you, Rach, for summoning K. I know the way. I have the magic. Yes, you do. And here you are at the finish line. Exactly. I am also going to talk about some future plans as well. Hey, Sako. Hello. Yes, I did it. Just so you know, I'm No Hero is going to be released on October 28th. And it is going to be the first of 6 that I am quick releasing. It is not... I'm No Hero Book 2 is not part of that, unfortunately. It will be a little bit later. But, are y'all seeing me okay? I am showing that I am froze. So let me know. I might have to restart my internet. Let me pull. Yeah, I did freeze here and there. Okay. All right. So audio is clear, visual freezes. All right. So that's fine. Y'all don't need to see me anyway. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'm No Hero is going to be released on October 28th. And underneath my pen name, which is SW Lupine, I want to also release Capture the Empress in November, probably November 20th, give or take. And then Belle Earth Witch, which is under my name, Sam Wicker, is going to be released sometime in December. And then we are going to be releasing Daughter of Blood Gold in January or February. That's only 4. I'm No Hero hopefully is going to be end of February, early March, more than likely late March. The 3rd, yeah. The 3rd. Oh, goodness gracious. Gotta love internet, y'all. Seriously. Let's go. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this so y'all can at least... Okay. So December 3rd, the Belle Earth Witch. Does she like small town witchy books? Because I might just send you one to give to her. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and end the poll as well. You want me to read passages from I'm No Hero? Yay. Okay. I've got 2 marked, and then y'all can give me a page number between 1 and 689 because I'm No Hero is a beast. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll send you one anyway. Happy birthday, early birthday kind of thing. You birthing her. There we go. Anyway, so this is kind of a height comparison chart thing that I did for the characters in I'm No Hero. You can't see because of me. But the red one over here is actually steer. He is the love interest, and he's kind of a pirate prince. He was originally born a pirate, and his dad was like, hey, we're going to take over this country and I'm going to retire and you can be my prince and, you know, still pirate. So that is Steer. His full name is Austere, but everybody just calls him Steer. And then we have Natasha here in the light blue. She is our main character. She is our hero. And she is about 5'8". She's got brown hair and all that good stuff. And then Tasp is the one next to her. I did him shirtless because he is a Welkin. Welkins in the I'm No Hero world gather their power from sunlight. And they use sunlight and heat as their magic. And they are often barely clothed. So Tasp is usually dressed that way. Tori is the next one. He's in the suit because he is another prince. He is the Prince of Lampris, which is the country that Natasha and Tasp are from. And he is the 5th. Did I make him the 5th prince? Might be 6 still. I can't remember if I deleted a character or not right now off the top of my head. But he is the 5th or 6th prince of Lampris. And then Clara is actually a princess of another country, Asia. Asia is right closer to Natasha's hometown than the actual capital of Lampris is. So Clara and Natasha have been friends for longer than they know, like since birth. And you'll find out why in the book. Blairy is our next one in the purple. He's our priest, and he is the hero's chronicler. He is often writing in a book all throughout I'm No Hero book 1 and book 2 because that's his job. Sterla is from another race. She is a Stygra. Stygra is the oldest race in I'm No Hero. They are the first ones known to touch Earth that the gods made. And they are the first ones that gained their magic from the gods as well. So Stygra are very powerful. They gain their powers from the earth and darkness and deep, dark depth places. So a lot of them will have kind of ridges or spikes or something on their heads and sometimes along their back and shoulders because they are often living in caves and things like that. Spacia, last but not least, she is our barbarian type. She is our warrior. She has been through a lot. She is also the oldest character out of this entire group as well. But this is the adventures that you get to read about in I'm No Hero book 1. Spacia is gruff and often silent. So yeah. Now then, what we're going to do now is I am going to try to share this. If I can. Come on. It is thinking about it, y'all. Wow. Okay. While it's still uploading, we will go ahead and read from page 9. Give it a little bit of time. Okay. So, okay, this is still in chapter 1, and this is kind of in the meat of things when trying to fulfill the prophecy, because chosen one. I realized my mistake. The short rapids, shallow, were beyond the lip of the bank instead of the deep part with the slight whirlpool. I would either be killed by the boar, or I would break myself on the rocks that refused to bend to the river's will. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him take the running stance. I watched that familiar fluid motion in a blur as his spear began its flight. The pig had gotten too close. That spear would land right behind me. I readied to jump in the next couple of steps, only to have my foot slip in the soft sand of the pushed-up bank. Instead of leaping, I slid and half lobbed myself down the embankment. Sand sifted up over my boots as I tried to dig in for secure footing. I pushed at the bank behind me with my hands, trying to push further away and down. Sand, dirt, and a few clumps of grass showered down on my head as I slowed at the mud and small rocks beside the fast waters of the Gala. I whirled, looking up to see the pig skidding down the path I made, Johnny's spear sticking up out of its neck. Blood and foam flung out of its mouth as it struggled to get back up, to stop from sliding. A small squeal sounded this time as it flung its front legs out and dug its hooves in the sand. A cloud of dust and sand wafted over me as the pig emptied its lungs before a splatter hit my face. I threw another dagger, the hilt nearly disappearing with the blade into the eye, right beside the other one. That last breath warmed me as we stared at each other. What could have been my death was the pig's last effort. All right, so that was page 9. Thank you, Eva, for choosing that one. That's a very good starter here. All right, so it has finally uploaded. And it is so small. Let's do this another way. I will leave that up there so y'all can look at it, but that is the full cover. And I am going to pull it up another way so y'all can get a really good look at it. Because, wow. Again, what is up with this? Why are you so small? Let's try this. It's a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. Sorry, y'all. My internet is like bonkers. So this is the cover that I personally made. I know you're not supposed to make your own cover. Trust me, I know. Part of me still hates it. Just because it's something I made. But this is the cover that I want to go with. It's going to be the first cover that I do. As soon as I get all 3 books out, these covers will be replaced, because hopefully by then I'll gain enough income off of these books in order to pay for a cover artist. And yeah, honestly, I'm kind of okay with this. I kind of think that it works. The big tower in the back is the Stygra Tower that is in the Capitol, and you will find out why that is important. And the ribbons hold another piece of symbolism, because she, Nadasha, the main character, she kind of thinks of her sanity as a ball of ribbon. So she's often saying, you know, my mind is in tatters and stuff like that. So she has anxiety. So there is mental health representation in I'm No Hero. So she has anxiety. She has PTSD. She has even more PTSD as the book goes on because of the things that she has to deal with. So yeah. Thank you, Lauren. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So Kay wants page 344. All right. So, man, this is a big book, y'all. All right. So this is part of a quest. They're kind of investigating the beast. Heard what? It talked. It said, I thought there were two more. Like it was Mama hunting for cookies we snatched on holiday, the child said. What did you see when you looked? Natasha asked. It was big and orange and red. Its legs were shiny, like fishes. That's all I saw. I closed my eyes cause it stirred up a big dust pile when it flapped to lift off. It was taller than the trees. Trees are mighty tall. Austere nodded and smiled. He ruffled the boy's hair, only to smooth it down. You did a good job, brave Niji. You can go back to your mama now. He saved my girl and himself, my little Niji did. The woman beamed, holding out her arms. She caught him up when he ran to her and held him. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Her nose and eyes were red, and they looked like they had been that way for a while. We weren't that far away. We came running as soon as we saw it pass over us. I thought it was God Danny at first, finally visiting again. But then I heard the screams. She shook her head. There was no blood on the ground. As soon as we got there, it left. We couldn't see from the dust it stirred up from the field, just tilled and sowed it. We were at the next one, past the road and the stream. She swallowed. We were too far away. She hid her face against her boy's chest, her body shaking. Little Niji hugged her. You did what you could. Don't be guilty anymore. You had no way of knowing it would come. Austere had stood again and placed a hand on her shoulder. If he so much as flirted, I was going to skin him alive. So that's page 344. As you can see at the end a little bit of Steer and Nadashia's going back and forth a little bit. Steer is a playboy. Of course he is, because he's a pirate, right? All right, and Rach wants 113. After this, I'll read you like one of my favorite passages. Okay. Yeah, this one's safe. It's the next page that's not, or a couple pages down that's not. Okay. Oh, please, a princess from Angler scoffed. She had the finest golden hair I had ever seen on a person. He's going to be all dried up like an old prune. And his manners, they can only be the worst. A pirate in our midst. What is the world coming to? Her friend said. All seemed to think the same about the prince from Ethel. Poor guy. He wasn't even here yet and already judged unworthy. It made me wonder what they thought of me. I straightened, pulling my shoulders back and down. He could be no worse than me. They stilled then, their eyes on me, widening. I smiled. I'm nothing but a woman from the country. I lifted a shoulder. The only reason why I'm here is because of my luck in killing a large boar rather than it killing me. There were some splutterings and some gasps. The Princess of Angler recovered the quickest. My dear hero, you are much, much more than that. Why, your breeding alone stands you above most others here. If only your great Whatsit hadn't lost all your titles and lands, you would be as well known as Prince Tory and I. Maybe more. It was true. From the time the royals came to be, my family had a part in it. Whether they were advisors or generals, my family had their hands in the shaping and creation of Lampras from the very beginning until that one fateful ancestor. The bitterness of these royals turning their backs on my family after the disgrace left a foul taste in my mouth. But it was to be expected of these types of people. And so long ago that none of these here were really responsible. A new arrival interrupted my thoughts. Much to the dismay of the others in the circle, it wasn't the pirate prince. No, but it was a familiar face to me, though. All right. And that is the page before Clara's introduction, Rach, which is the little pink one. Yeah, the one in the middle in the fancy dress. Let me get a drink. All right, so one of my favorite scenes if I can get back to it. So on page 199, well, it starts on 199. A moment of triumph made me smile before I heard a throat clearing and a cough just down the hall. Tasp and I both looked over his shoulder to see Blairy grinning at us. I'm happy to see you both out of the room. The priest kept that stupid grin on his face. Tasp slowly released me, his hands moving up my pants to rest over my hips. At least it is our normal priest of perversion watching us from the shadows, he said. Blairy coughed in the middle of his gasp. I do not know what you mean. I am not watching. I laughed. You were. Only because I didn't know whether to run away or to tell you to go back to your room. Blairy held his hands out with a shrug. Tasp chuckled. Pervert. Whining welkin, Blairy shot back. I only whined to you once. At Blairy's brows flowing up to his hairline, Tasp amended. Maybe twice. Try at least once a week for nearly 7 years. What did he whine about? I broke in before Tasp could spout another retort. Blairy's smirk was half hidden by his beard. About you, mostly. Tasp growled at the priest, turning and keeping me pinned to the wall with his back to me. Not mostly her. There were plenty of other things I talked to you about. Need I remind you it was in confidence? I shoved at Tasp's back, making the welkin stumble forward and freeing myself. I moved between the males, grinning at Blairy. I asked, what kinds of things did he say about me? Tasp tried covering my ears with his palms, but I shifted away and swatted his hands. Oh, just that he would be alone for all eternity because his love for you was just so immeasurable that he could never pretend to be with another. That you were meant for a stupid lump of a human and you deserved so much better. That he was going to. His breath whooshed out of him as Tasp's shoulder made impact against his stomach. The bare skin of Tasp's forearm squeaked against the stone flooring as he tried to pin the priest down. Blairy grunted as he tried to push the Welkin off him. What in God's Tasp? Get off me, you big overgrown thing off. Thing? He paused, holding Blairy's wrist above the priest's head. When Blairy started bucking, Tasp grunted as well, trying to keep hold and stay atop at the same time. What I was trying to say, Blairy started after freeing a hand and rolled both he and Tasp to their sides. Blairy forgot that with his hand being free, it also meant that Tasp now had a free hand to shove into his chin that effectively cut all words off. Confidence. Doesn't that mean anything? Isn't that in your priestly vows? Tasp's eyes went wide. Why is your beard so much softer? I stood, watching the two men wrestling about come to a pause as Tasp fondled Blairy's black facial hair with one hand. My arms curled around my sides, and I covered my mouth to keep my laugh from echoing up and down the corridor. Oh, the boy who takes care of me while I'm here introduced me to this oil. You rub it into the beard hairs after you bathe while it's still wet and let it dry. It makes it softer, and it doesn't tangle half as bad. Blairy blinked. He was planning... Oh! That softer beard was tugged hard by now glaring Tasp. Blairy forgot all about what he was going to tell me to focus on attacking Tasp for that low blow. I couldn't breathe. I slid down to the floor, curling in on myself as I laughed so hard there were no sounds coming out any longer, and I couldn't get any breath. Off, 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 Blairy kept saying, trying to get back out from under Tasp, who had regained his top mount. Stop saying my personal stuff, Tasp ground out. It looked like he was trying to get Blairy to eat his own beard. I wasn't sure, though, as my vision was blurry from laughing so hard. What in all gods and goddesses' blessings is going on here? The males froze. And a priest, another one, enters the scene, breaking up everything. Character art would be cool. I do like the tower. Yes. Love when you write banner like in Miss. Yeah. Blairy and Tasp have been like the best to write back and forth off of each other. In book 2, it'll be Tasp and Austere. But yeah. Lauren asked, who is most like you? That's hard because I don't know, we all put a little bit of us in every character, you know, right? So it's like, I'm guessing I'm guessing Nadasha, probably, just because of the anxiety and the just because of the anxiety, I guess. Let's see. And who's my favorite character? Tasp. Tasp is by all my favorite character. Steer is a close second, but Tasp is my absolute favorite. And Lauren also asked, easiest and hardest characters to write for. Easiest is Nadasha. Hardest would be Tori. Tori is one of these characters. He's so looked over in his life that he hasn't quite become himself. He has a couple of little quirks and little things that he says and does, but he comes from such a huge family, and they are the ones that get all the attention and all of the just everything. They get everything. And Tori's kind of like stuck in the middle. He's the middle child. It's got middle child syndrome going on there. And he's the hardest to write just because he doesn't really know himself. So it's kind of hard for me to know him. Oh, goodness. All right. So here we go with 21 from Lauren. Nah, passed it up. Okay, this is the beginning of chapter 2. What do you mean you aren't going? You killed it. You have to go. I mean what I say, Johnny said as the fire crackled behind him in the river stone hearth as he turned from it to face me. I'm not going. I hit my knees, the wood floor creaking at the shift of my weight. The pain from landing heavily on them shot up and down my legs like whiplashes. You have to. What is it with my two best friends turning into the opposites of themselves? Oh, come on, Chi. Get up. You're being dramatic. He rolled his eyes, grabbing my elbows and hauling me up to sit me in the only chair he owned. My shoulders felt like they would crack open, a burning sensation searing from them through my neck and upper arms. He sat on the matching stool, and he placed his hands on my knees. His palms covered them easily. I felt like a child when he put those big paws on me. I watched his face turn away from me, toward the fire. The orange and red flames cast the side of his golden face in flickering shadows. That face I once knew better than my own felt strange to me. You were the one that killed the boar. The cotton in my mouth made the words thick. He sighed, his broad shoulders jerking before curling in toward his chin. I didn't mean to kill it. Just scare it away from you. I didn't know it was that boar. It was white. There aren't any white boars other than that boar. My heart leapt up, and so did I. I stood over him, still not able to work any moisture into my mouth or any air into my lungs. His hands hung limply between his knees. It was instinct. That's all. Well, then that just proves it. You are the hero. Yeah. So, page 21. Chapter 2 is where she's obviously arguing with Johnny because Johnny is her bestie and he is the epitome of the hero. He is yeah, he's golden skinned, golden haired, blue eyed, so pretty. And every hero that has come before him has been just as pretty, just as strong, just as, So he's supposed to be the hero, and Nadashi is supposed to be his sidekick. And you can read it in the little blurb on the back. When her best friend kills the white boar of prophecy, he's supposed to become the hero. But when the hero turns coward, his smarter sidekick must take matters into her own hands. Nastasia promises she will take his place, and she never goes back on her word. With a powerful Stygra matron intent on using her to gain access to the gods, Nastasia must figure out what's behind the royal curtain, survive fabled quests, and protect her loved ones. But how far down this rabbit hole can she go before it kills her? Is a reluctant hero really the hero the world needs? So that's I'm No Hero. Yeah. It's interesting. To me, it was. I first started writing I'm No Hero because it was supposed to be turning the Chosen One on its head. And then it turned into a Chosen One story. So here we are. It happened. When I first started out, I wrote it all in this. So this is one of the jumbo hardcover journals that you can get off of Amazon or Office Max or Office Depot or whatever. And a lot of times they're on sale. But the majority of this is book one of I'm No Hero. And then it bleeds on into this one. So this one is half I'm No Hero and part Isekai Detective and part notes. There is a couple of short stories in here too. So yeah, the pages that I have marked out is what I added to the book on the first round of developmental edits that I did. First round of developmental edits was me transcribing it from these notebooks into a Google Doc. No, actually, I think I was using Dabble at the time. So transcribing it from these notebooks into Dabble. And then it was tearing out one scene just to try to get the word count down because it started out well over 200,000 words. And now it's sitting pretty at 198,000 and some change. So yeah. Yeah, and I do apologize about my internet. It never fails whenever I'm trying something new that this happens. Right. But it's okay. All right. Any other questions that y'all want me to answer so that you can learn a little bit more about I'm No Hero? If y'all want to see the first cover, which I'm sure you do, it's over on Ream Stories. And by the way, 2 weeks before this actually goes up for sale or for pre-order, I'm going to be pulling I'm No Hero from Ream. All of the books that I have on Ream are going to slowly be pulled off, and I am not going to be updating it anymore. The plan was to go ahead and pull them off anyway. So that part of the plan is still the same, but I was going to add more books chapter by chapter, and there's been some things that have come up, and I will no longer be using Ream for that. I still need to make a decision on what I'm going to do. I have been working on a website. It is slow going because I am not a designer of websites by any means. And it's aggravating. Yeah. But I have heard that if you have a Shopify account, that you can do a subscription service off of Shopify on your website. So that might be something that I am going to be looking into if I can figure out how to do it. If not, then I might just have to bite the bullet and actually hire somebody to do that for me, among other things, because it's yeah, the website is not looking good. Here we are, right? Right. But as far as plans go, I don't know why I buried my notebook over here. But this is the current notebook that I'm working out of. As far as release dates go, here we go. Broken says, I've heard Royal Road is good, but I haven't looked into it yet. Agent is inches from being done. Yes. Can't wait for Agent. I haven't looked into Royal Road either, just because whenever I heard about Royal Road, that's probably another reason why I am not going over there. Royal Road. By the time I heard about Royal Road, I was already on Ream. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I've got I'm No Hero popped up on Inkit. So I might give Inkit another look-see, I guess. My husband and I were talking about this, and we think that maybe just publishing through the newsletter through Substack to actual subscribers of my Substack who pay me would be a good thing. And then I can slowly release the first 3 or 4 or 5 chapters of each book for free on my Substack. But there's also Ko-fi, and I've tried to be more active over on Ko-fi as well. So that might be another thing that I do. It'll make me be more active over on Ko-fi. So we'll see. I was going to read another passage to y'all before I reveal my kind of release schedule, and I lost it. Here we go. All right, so this is from chapter 5. She is finally ready to go. This is a fantasy epic, so it has a slow start, like most epics do. So I said I had something for you, he said, his markings glowing a white blue. His tunic was pulled open, revealing more markings on his bare tan chest glowing like those on his face. There were gremlins in his eyes as his lips peeled back into a lopsided grin. What? A blessing. I stared at him. I knew my mouth was hanging open, but I couldn't do anything about it. You can't. I'm not. He shook his head. Listen to me. You need it. I need you to have it. And yes, you do deserve it. But, he paused, those eyes dancing again. You need to tell me you accept the blessing that I'm going to give you, no matter what I have to take from you. I thought for a moment. Since when did blessings take? I asked. What is this blessing? Protection from the elements. They will still affect you, but you won't get a cold or frostbitten or any broken bones if you slip on ice. You won't have terrible things happen because of weather or fires, just small things. He lifted a shoulder. Difficult to explain, but once you're in those situations, you'll understand. I want it, I said, feeling my brow twitch as he grinned again. What are you taking from me? I noticed then that another priest was hovering nearby. He was Task's friend, someone my Welkin used for counsel too. It's a kiss, Task growled, shooting a look over his shoulder at the thick bearded man. I laughed. You made it seem like such a huge deal. I glanced beside me where Johnny chuckled and waggled his eyebrows at us. His hands were warmer now, matching the heat in my cheeks as I realized this kiss was going to be watched. At least Father wasn't here to watch. Where do you want the mark? My back, I guess. Wonderful choice, Task said. It's going to hurt, but the back is usually the least painful. He pressed his forehead to mine. Close your eyes. So, yeah. Welkins, which is what Task is, like I said, get their power from the sun and heat. So that's the reason why the markings on him were glowing. Welkins have tattoos that help them soak up the sun. The tattoos are a lot darker than their skin. They're usually like a dark navy blue or black. And it helps them just pull power in. And also, if they have any blessings or cursings on them, that appears as a marking on their body. Hey, Emma, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm No Hero is going to be out. I don't know what happened to my ticker. On October 28th. I will be doing different little things here and there, probably here on this channel, and of course on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. I'm talking about it, maybe reading some more passages, I don't know. But on the 28th, we're publishing I'm No Hero. On the 18th through 20th, I hope to publish Capture the Empress underneath my pen name SW Lupine of November. In December through the 18th or 20th, I hope to be publishing The Bell Earth Witch under Sam Wicker. In January, I'm hoping that I have found some kind of different subscription service since everything that has happened with Ream. And we're kind of abandoning ship. So that I can begin populating the Nana's Harem, which is going to be under probably SW Lupine because it's just that kind of book. And then Death's Twisted Crown is going to be under my name, and I'm hoping to pop up the chapters as I work on editing them for the first round. And then during February, I want to publish Daughter of Blood Gold under SW Lupine, hopefully by the 11th, right before the romantic time, Valentine's Day. And then in March, I hope to publish Capture the Intrepid, also under SW Lupine. And on April 20th, I hope to publish book 1 of the epic, if I get back to writing it, under my name. We finally came up with some titles for the epic at last that I'm somewhat happy with. So I will be revealing those as well. I am so glad that I have finally reached this portion of the journey and y'all are here with me witnessing it. And I hope that this is, yeah, it's going to be fun, maybe. But yeah, I don't want to keep y'all much longer, but yes, thank you so much for joining me. And I can't wait to see I'm No Hero in people's hands at last instead of just reading it online. So yeah. Again, thank you. I couldn't do this without y'all. You have your plans so well thought out. No, I don't. This is me on a high day thinking, yes, I could do this, and me not thinking, oh, there's holidays. Oh wait, there's seasonal depression. Oh wait, there's stuff. But yeah, that's at least up until January and February that's going to happen, because those books are pretty much ready to be published. So can't wait. Yes. Thank you so much. And Rachel has a release too in October as well. So make sure to check out her channel. I'm not sure what I put in the description box below, but yes. All right. I will see y'all later. Be kind to one another out there and be kind to yourself.